All right, welcome back. You know, I had so much fun today. I seriously had so much fun today. Like, this morning, I was a little aggravated because I'm like, I don't know. Why don't we just take off Thursday and Friday? Because we're off Friday. Maybe let's take off Thursday. I can play golf and hang out. And then, you know, I was like, no. You know what? I wanna say Happy Independence Day to all my friends out there. I want to have a good show. I want to end the week on a high note. I want to hit it hard. Okay? And trust me when I tell you this. I have hit it hard. In the last segment of the show every day, we do the WTF, What the Facts. And it is, of course, a little play on words. But What the Facts usually contains Frank going through a litany of mistakes I've made in the show that day and correcting them. And I'm self-admitted exaggerator, conspiracy theorist. I can leave one word out of a sentence and give the whole paragraph a different meaning. So I'm known to flip a gag every so often. But, you know, Frank usually corrects me in this segment. So I'm even more rambunctious when Frank isn't around. And by the way, if I hadn't mentioned this before, around the country, if you want to hear a couple of patriotic men who love our country and don't want you to substitute rainbow attire for red, white, and blue on the 4th of July, on Saturday, the 4th of July, from, I believe, 8 to 9 p.m., you go to 77 WABC Radio, heard here in New York. Out in the Hamptons, you go to 107.1 WLIR. And anywhere else in the country, you go to 77WABCRadio.com and listen to the live stream, because Frank Morano and Curtis Sliwa, two of the great radio voices in New York and minds in media, will be teamed up again. They're reunited, and it feels so good. And John Catsimatidis, hopefully the next mayor of New York City, and his Red Apple Media Group bought 77 WABC, and now they're making some amazing changes that are bringing the voice of New York back to the once greatness that it had. And it was great already, but they're going to make WABC great again, I'm sure of that. But this Saturday from 8 to 9, tune into All American Radio on 77 WABC, 77WABCRadio.com. Here, Frank and Curtis reunited, talking about all the great things about America. And at a time when you have, I don't know if you saw this video in New York City, but the cops are lined up in front of City Hall, and there's this person. Honestly, I can't tell if he's white or black, if he's a boy or a girl, but he's dressed in a ballerina skirt, and he's dancing to and fro in front of the cops, screaming in their face, okay? And I think it's kind of strange that a protester is taunting the police. He calls one of the cops, an African-American cop, he calls him a black Judas, okay? And he's howling at them that all you dummies, half of you don't even have a college degree. You don't even know anything. So now, all of a sudden, we are to bow to the wisdom of the wackos? Wait a minute. You have a degree, buddy? Or lady? Or whatever you are? You, they, he, Zed, Zen, whatever you're identifying at today. Looks like a guy, but he's frolicking around in a skirt and his hair in a man bun or whatever it is, so I'm confused by the hair and the skirt. But the guy's yelling at cops, you didn't go to college, you don't have a degree. So now the angry mob is education shaming the police who are out there to protect us and keep us safe. And by the way, in New York City, the cops, 51% minorities, okay? Men and women, great blend, all right? Why are they trying to shame? And by the way, I think you need at least an associate's degree to get on the NYPD these days. So, it's not even a sane argument. But then again, as I mentioned a little earlier, my daughter, Victoria, had said to me, why would anybody think that that's good to defund the police? And I said, well, they do. And she said, well, who thinks like that? And I said, you don't understand it, darling, because we're sane. That's one of the things we pay taxes for, so we can get cops. So when $1 billion goes bye-bye, usually some politician is putting a nice hunk of that in their pocket. Like Barack Obama was a regular old community organizer before he became president. And as soon as he got out of the White House, he was worth like $300 million or something. So you figure it out. And Joe Biden reported right before he left as vice president, he reported his income his net worth to be around $400,000. And since he's no longer vice president, I think he's worth $10 million. He's got houses everywhere. His brother's rich. His son got $1.5 billion from China. When $1 billion gets cut from the NYPD, putting our real estate values, our neighborhood quality of life, and our children's lives in more danger because the public safety we're paying for just isn't there, more often than not, somebody's robbing that money. I can tell you 100%, somebody's getting a deal. I noticed the other day that, I think Andrew Cuomo was saying that all malls have to have special equipment in their air conditioning units so that they can do a HEPA filtering or something. Guaranteed, somewhere out there, allegedly, somebody that Andrew Cuomo gets a lot of money from is in the air conditioning or air filtration business, because the new laws just keep on coming under this executive order. All right, sorry to rant, rave. No mistakes today, other than I still haven't fired Nico. I want to continue to wish Nico's dad, Mario, a speedy recovery. And smile a little bit. Take a couple extra painkillers, will you, so they let you out of there. And you, this weekend, no painkillers. But wear your red, white, and blue. Fly your flag. Old Glory is something to be proud of, not to be shamed about. And celebrate our independence, because we're under attack, folks. And if we don't get some pride, we may lose it all. I'm proud of you, and I thank you for being there, and I'll see you on Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, more Liquid Lunch.